What is up guys, it's Smexifyy here again with part 2 of how to edit FIFA. In this tutorial I'm gonna show you guys how to do a color correction, but before we start I'm gonna show you guys a little preview of what you're about to learn, so here it is. So now you know what you will learn, so let's get started with the tutorial. The first thing we want to do is to import some footage, so go to File, Import, and choose the file you want to use and hit Open. Then you want to create a new composition, so drag the file to the new composition icon. And now we will start with the color corrections. The first effect we want to use is called Levels, so click on the clip, go to Effects, Color Corrections, and Levels. As you can see, the picture is pretty bright, so we want to lower the mid-tones. So to do that, all we have to do is click on this middle arrow and drag it down a bit. And now you can see the middle tones is pretty good. It's not so bright anymore. You can see if I shut off this effect, you can see the difference. And now we want to add some red to this picture because I think it looks nice. So to do that we have to click on the clip again, go to Effects, Color Corrections, and add Curves. And now we want to bump up the red color in this picture. So click on this drop box, choose red, and click in the middle and drag it up a bit so you can see a bit of red coming through the picture. I think it looks nice. You can change other colors if you want to, but I think red is the nicest one, so I always run with red for the most part, at least. Next we want to add some blur to the edges. To do that we have to add a new adjustment layer and click on that and hold down in this ellipse tool, and you have to choose the ellipse tool. It maybe will be in the rectangle tool, so just hold left click and you can choose the ellipse tool. Then you want to double click on this when the adjustment layer is selected, and it will create a mask on the adjustment layer. And now we want to add the blur, so go to Effects, Blur and Sharpen, and hit Fast Blur, and bump this up to your preference. I like 9 looks good, but as you can see it blurs out the middle, so we have to invert the mask. But to do that all we have to do is go down to the mask under the adjustment layer and mask and hit invert, and now you can see that the blur is on the outside instead. But as you can see it's a pretty harsh edge here, so we want to add some feather by clicking on the mask and bump up the feather on it to maybe 100 looks good. So now we're done with that. The next thing we want to do is a vignette, so the edges is a little bit darkened. So to do that all we have to do is right click here, new, solid, and make it black and hit OK. And do the same thing, select the black solid and double click on the ellipse so we create a mask. And we also have to invert the mask so it comes on the outside instead. And now we want to go into the mask settings and change the feather to around, I will say 450, and the expansion to maybe 260 looks nice. So now you can see we have a nice black edge around the picture. And now we are pretty much done with the color correction, but you can also add, if you want to, you can also add a color to this vignette, as it's called, by clicking on this effect, color correction, and add a tint. Then you can add a pretty much what color you want to. Blue looks pretty nice. So that was pretty much it for this tutorial. So if you liked, remember to leave a like and subscribe for more tutorials.